Hello everyone. So we are here on the Friday before Parashat Nasso, and this parasha has something very unique and interesting. I speak about it every year because it is, in my opinion, one of the most important thing. And the idea is that it's going to teach you basically or push you more accurately to find your mission in life. Why are you here? This is the question. Why you're here? What's your mission? And I've spent a lot of time in the past few years trying to gather different information, different ideas, different concepts, and at the end we need it. It's almost a daily meditation that we have to do. Every day is different. There's a little mission for every day. Every day is one life. Every time you go to sleep at night, you die, so to speak. And when you wake up, you're reborn, you're resurrected or reincarnated, so to speak. So every day there's a little mission. But what I want to show you is actually how to practically make a chart about it. I want to remind everyone that I have this little pamphlet on discovering and choosing your personal mission. If you want it, I can send it to you via email. It's free, but if you want to give a donation, always welcome. And so first I want to show you, I want to tell you about the Parsha. In the Parsha, we have the 12 princes of the tribes, of the 12 tribes of Israel, who are coming and dedicating something for the temple, the Mishkan. The Mishkan, which is the holy sanctuary that was in the desert, was finished, and everybody brought something to celebrate. And interestingly, every tribe brings exactly the same. Every prince of the tribe, the head of the tribe, brings the exact same donation, exact same amount of money, exact same of offerings. So the question is, why? Why did they do that? And where's the personality? If everybody brings the same thing, it loses its specialness. So here is the beauty of the way the Torah teaches us. We can all be doing exactly the same thing. We can all be religious Jews, all be doing the same rituals, all be doing saying the same words. But really what's inside of it is the importance. The message you convey through it, the emotions you bring through your gift is really what's going to make you unique. So we're all human beings. So then why it's all the same? No, you're a unique human being. You got to find your uniqueness as a human being. Those who are Jewish or Christian or Muslim, each one of us, we have a unique thing to bring out. So in Judaism itself, it's one of the biggest danger is to fall into routine and worse than that, a robotic ritualization, if there's such a word, but a ritual habit. And okay, so I put on feeling, or I pray, or I say blessing because that's what he does, and I do exactly the same thing. So then what's special about me? We're all doing exactly the same thing, putting the same feeling, doing the same 613 commandments. And as a non-Jew, you all do the same 7 commandments. So then what's unique about me? So that's where you come in. That's where you have to find your own mission. What's unique about you? In the 613 mitzvot, commandments you do, or the 7 commandments you do, what's unique in your way? Where do you excel in them? How do you express it? With how much love you do it? With what do you have in mind when you do it? And that's infinite. There's room for everyone to be one. So we can all be doing the same thing, but really no one is doing the same thing. That's the beauty of it. The physical action is a vessel, is a keli to receive the light. The light is your thought. So we all have to work on really becoming individual. And if we don't find our individuality, it's depressing. It's sad. Someone who is depressed, someone who hasn't found his mission, and if you have found your mission, then you have to go do it. It's exciting. You know what you're here for. You're gonna change the world. So I want to show you in the basic. Obviously you have my whole pamphlet to read, but I made a chart at the end of the pamphlet. There's a chart that's going to show you exactly how to have, like, you can see it every day, but it's like a resume of the whole thing, and you can put all the most important things. So in short, what do? First you put your name, Hebrew name obviously, and then you write the meaning of your name. Obviously, if you don't have a Hebrew name, it's more complicated. Some non-Hebrew names have meaning, some don't. But find the people that have had that name, and it helps you finding the meaning of your name. Then you add the Torah verses. Basically, there's Torah verses that correspond to your name. How does it work? We Jews, we do it at the end of the Shmoneh Esrei, of the Amidah, 18 blessings, and we say the name every day that corresponds to the verse. So it's you take the first and last letter of your name, and you find which verse corresponds to that in the Torah. And sometimes it's from the Bible, the whole Old Testament, not just the Torah itself, the 5 books. So you put the verse, then you write down the numerical value. The gematria is the numerical value of your name, and then you write your superhero name, which is the superhero that you choose to be. You have to read my pamphlet to understand that a bit better, but your superhero names. In the meantime, until you find it, you can put the superhero you like to be like. Superman, Batman, fighting evil, whatever it is. The one that inspires you the most. Then you write which tribe are you from. So this applies only to Jews, obviously. Cohen, Levi, Israel. And Kohanim have a very specific mission. Levim have a specific mission. Israel have also a specific mission. I'll show you quickly one idea from the temple. There's a picture of the temple. So you have here the Levim who are singing. That's one of their mission, and they are in charge of the gates. The one with the red belt are the Levim. The one with the blue belt is the Kohanim. And then you have the Israel who are there, bring their sacrifices. So you have everybody has a special position and special mission to do in the temple. But it's not just in the temple, it's also in life, right? We have, again, here's our personal mission. There's a mission as the Jewish people. But even within the Jewish people, everybody has his own personal mission. So you write which one you are, and then what's the role of the tribe. Obviously, if you're descendant from a specific tribe, some know they're descendant from King David, some from the tribe of Yehuda, some know they're descendant of Ephraim. I mean, they're different, or Menashe, Bnei Menashe, or if you're Yemenite, you're probably from I don't know, but some people still know they have their tree of life, their genealogical tree going all the way back to their ancestors, and they'll know which tribe. I'm a Levi, so I know I'm from Moses, Moshe Rabbeinu, and I know, and so I put the role of my tribe, what it is about. Then the next thing is the zodiac signs. So you find out in the Hebrew month. The non-Hebrew month also counts, but unless you have the knowledge to make the connection, focus just on the Hebrew month. And you take the Hebrew month you were born in, and then you can find out everything about that month and the qualities and challenges for you being born on that month. I didn't include, oh no, actually there is, you can include in this the day that you were born with. But I have another thing, birthday. Anyway, let's continue. So let's go straight to birthday since we're speaking about it. You put your birthday, date, and all the events that happen on that date in history. All the major things, the famous people who, at least in the Jewish world, who died on that day or were born on that day, it has a lot of significance. And you can find out which day also of the week you're born. The Gemara has a whole thing. Each day gives you a special power. The Sefer Yetzirah, Book of Formation, speaks about it. That's the birthday. Then there's the bar and bas mitzvah, which is the day where you are born. The day where you are celebrating your Jewishhood, your Jewish commitment, responsibility as adult Jew, 12 and 13 years old, and there you have the Torah portion that you read or that you study on when you celebrate, and it corresponds obviously to the week where you were born. So whatever is in that portion of the week will give you insight about who you are and what's your mission, and you should learn the lessons from that parasha. Then the next thing is the element. The elements, these 4 elements: fire, water, air, and earth. And you study, so every month corresponds to one of the elements. So you find out which element you are, and let's say it's fire, so then you put the strength of that element and the dangers, the flows of that element, and yes. Then the next one is Torah. So Torah, I wrote Pardes, which means you have to decide, or not you have to decide, you have to write down what you feel most connected to. Pshat, Remez, Drush, or Sod. If you're more into Kabbalah, or if you're more into Gemara, or if you're more into Pshat or metaphors. So you choose which area of study you feel the most connected to. Then you can choose also a favorite area of study, which is, are you more connected to Musar, Hashkafa, Midrash, prophets, or stuff like that. And you write down what's your favorite area of study, Mishnayot. And then you write what's your favorite book. It can be Mesilat Yesharim, The Path of the Just, or The Way of God, or a specific tractate in Gemara. What else? Yeah, and then your favorite rabbis. It can be rabbis that are alive and rabbis that are not alive anymore. And basically, you're defining yourself. You're discovering yourself. We don't discover ourselves unless we go to therapists for a long time and dig in and try to ask. He makes us speak and ask the question. Then we never do it. So you have to take time to do it. That's the most important. Who is going to actually sit down, print it, and do it? Then you'll have much more clarity on how to find your mission. We know God says, God says, it's explained by Chazal in many places that God tells everything we need to know about ourselves. Yes, God makes us forget when He hits us before we're born. So our memory, to most of us, disappears on purpose. But we have all the tools needed to do our mission, or to find out our mission. So dreams. Next one is dreams. We're not speaking dreams when you sleep. We're saying, what's your main dream? What's a dream? It's a goal that is very hard to achieve. Dreams is a dream to travel the world. A dream to open a rehab center for kids who don't have money. Whatever it is. What are your dreams? The dreams define very much who you are. If you're selfish or not, for now. Obviously you can change, but sometimes tells you what's your dream. My dream is to be on the beach and just swim all day long. Well, it's a very selfish dream. It's nice maybe, but it's not. It's a very small dream. Next is and you have to explain why you want a dream. Knowing that dream will tell you more about who you are, why you want these things, and what's your mission. Character traits, or not necessarily what's your mission, but what you're fighting against. You might be selfish. Some people are selfish. Everybody's selfish at the beginning till they become adults. Most of us are selfish. Then we get married and we learn how to be good, hopefully, good husband givers, good givers. Next one is character traits. You have to write 5 top character traits and 5 bad character traits, and you write the hardest, the worst first, or the best first, so that you know who you are and what are your tools, what are your weapons, and what you have to fix. This is clearly explained in my pamphlet. Obviously, you have to read the whole thing in order to have a clear understanding of everything I'm not putting here. But at least it gives you an idea. You could technically do it without the pamphlet, but this will really together work best. Next one is $1 billion opportunity. If you have $1 billion, what would you do with it? This will give you an idea. So sometimes pick $1 billion, and they say, oh yeah, so I invest it and put it in my bank account, and I will save it till I'm old, buy 3 houses, 2 Ferraris. What about doing something for the world? Right? Maybe giving money to the poor or whatever, and also giving to charity. It's very nice to give to charity, but you can, if you have that amount of money, you can start something that is not taken care of. So sometimes we don't think individual enough. I'm gonna give it. Think, because what you feel connected to, whether it's a hospital or poor people or orphans or whatever it is, you have to. It will help you feel what you are connected to and where your heart is. It's a sign. People have different ideas. Why do they have the ideas? Because that's part of their mission. The soul sends, the way my rabbi explained it is, the soul sends messages every day when it goes to sleep. It's in a pamphlet. When it goes to sleep, the soul comes back down and tells you every message you need for the day. So you have to listen to your soul's messages, your intuition. Next, biography. Biography, obviously you have to write a whole big biography, but in short, you have to put the major life events that happened to you. I got traumatized at that age. I got my greatest, happiest moment when my kid was born, or when I met this person. I met this rabbi, it changed my life. All those key moments, because those are key moments that, or you met a very special person at business and changed your career. So all those things, to be paying attention to who Hashem makes you meet and what things you went through, whether they seems terrible or they seems awesome, too awesome to be true. Everything is part here of, we're all here to be challengers. Our life is a life of challenges. The Messiah Shalom says, the path of the just, the Ramchal, he says, there's not such a thing as no challenges. Everything is a challenge. You are rich, that's your challenge. You are poor, that's your challenge. Everybody has their own test. Everything is a test. So technically there's no good or bad. If everything is a test, then just some tests feel worse or harder. And really, when we feel, why am I tested like that? And we look out there, we always realize that, wow, I have it so good. Obviously, there are people who look like they have it good, but if you go inside their package, you realize it ain't so good there. I wouldn't have to have his challenge. Yeah. That's the biography. Then we're almost done. The talents, you write your top 10 talents. And I put gifts next to talents, because really this is what God gave you to really use. Those are the main things you have beside your character traits. So you have talents, you're a musician, or you're good with your hands, whatever it is, very intellectual, or computer savvy. So all those things are things that you have to be aware because they're part of your mission. Then I put in there also which of the 7 intelligences do you have. So this part of the book. There's I don't remember the exact name. There's corporal intelligence, emotional intelligence, in all different ones based on reality, and the ones you are the most connected to, you should write down and pay attention. And then I think with something just a bit more fun. What color? Which one's your favorite color? Which is we could go also with what's your favorite animal and all that, and then start going. But that's going deep already, much harder. Like why it is my favorite animal. So some people like birds, and because they are bird people. Some people like fish. They're fish people. They have fish tanks. Some people like cats. The cat people more. So all those things have a value. But here I put the color because color is more general. It has to do with the 10 sphirot, 10 divine emanation, and every sphere has a specific color, and it reflects a lot of who you are, your character. So then you have that whole chart, and you analyze who you are, and it enables you to, based on all that, you should be able to write. Let's say you meet someone, and that someone is actually another you, and he presents himself with that, and you have to find a mission for him based on all that. So that's what you have to do with yourself. So meet yourself, find your mission, and go change the world, because that's what you're here for. And the more we wait, the more we'll have to wait for Moshiach and the completion of the world. Let's us all do our mission. Obviously, I didn't speak about the general mission. I have another little pamphlet about the general mission, but this is more simple. General mission as Jews to be a light into the nation, or as non-Jews to maintain the spirituality and the morality of the world. Those are general things that I've spoken before, but this is really the most important. If you know you're doing your mission in life, you're unstoppable. It's the best feeling ever, and so I encourage all of you to take it seriously. Again, if you want it, just private message me your email. I'll send it to you, and you'll be able to fully engross yourself with it. Have a wonderful Shabbos, and we'll see you very soon.